nobody is sufficient in themselves. Nobody is sufficient in themselves. Every person, you need someone to take you to the next level. Nobody is sufficient in yourself. The same way we came into this world, our parents had to hold our hands and take care of us. And we reach a point that we need to go to school. We have a teacher that will guide us and teach us in school. And so at every point in our life, at every stage in our life, you need someone. You're not sufficient. Nobody is sufficient in themselves. That is the way God has made it. You understand? And so when we talk about being Christians, for us to really express what God wants for us for a season or a time, we need to see, or we need to know what God is doing at a particular time. That is the only way we can be activated. And this is the spirit that I got when I came across the message of William Branham. I realized that I was activated. And even that was not, I was still not enough. I was still not sufficient in myself. I was activated to know that the message is true. I was activated to know certain things, for certain things to be revealed to me. But I was still not sufficient in myself. It took the preaching of my pastor to actually help me understand some of the dreams that I had when I believed the message. You see, and so we are not sufficient in ourselves. It took my pastor to actually brought a message that talks about Jeremiah, when Jeremiah was, had a vision of going through going through this river, and the river was to his ankle, then he went to his knee, went to his waist, and he started swimming. It took my pastor to actually make me understand that dream. It also took my pastor to actually let me understand the third dream that I had, where it says when I was going through colors. It was only my pastor that preached God is a fountain of many colors. You understand? And so none of us are sufficient in ourselves. None of us are sufficient in ourselves. That is the way God has made it. And so when you have to realize a thing, or you have to realize something that God is doing at a particular time, and it is only that thing that can activate you for your purpose at a particular moment. And going forward, you need to reach a point where you will see someone, and that person need to hold your hands to activate you to your next level. That is the way God has made it. Made us. It is only Christ who was sufficient in himself. In my first video about the people of the book, I said when I believed the message of William Branham, it was as if the whole message was poured into me. But yes, and these people asked me a question and I was able to answer. But yes, still certain things was still hidden from me. Certain things that will make me understand what I went through in those visions. I still did not, or people did not even ask me those questions, and it did not even happen to me. It was dream that I had. It was experience that I have had after believing the message of William Branham. But the full extent of it, I didn't actually comprehend it, or it did not even happen to me until I came to a different church who believed the message of William Branham. And the pastor of this church, who is my pastor now, preached the message, and he picked up God in 7 colors. And he picked up Jeremiah, when Jeremiah was going through, and the angel was going through the river, and the river was up to his ankle, then he went up to his knees, and he was swimming in the river. It took my pastor, who is still my pastor now, to pick up those scriptures, which actually activated me even the more. And so you need Nobody is sufficient in themselves. You need something. You need someone. That is the way God has made it. You see, otherwise we will all be proud people. You see, you need someone. You need someone to bring something. You need a thing in your life at a moment in time to actually take you to the next level. Otherwise, you still remain the way you are. No one is sufficient in themselves. No one is sufficient in themselves. And when we begin to realize that in itself it help expresses the divinity of God in us. God bless you.